Hopefully this works. Give it a moment. Are we there? Are we there? I think it's worked. I think it worked. I think it worked. I think we're live on YouTube again. Just give me a moment and let's figure this out. People say it worked in the chat. They were transported over. Okay, so it worked. So we're good to go. Yes? Hang on a moment here. Let me just do one quick thing. I need to post that we're live again for YouTube. Let me just post on our social media real quick. Okay, good. We're good. Okay, now, we were getting you updates about the damage from these missiles. I don't have at the moment... Oh, hold on. I have Aftermath. I have a video. Guys, I have a video of Aftermath. I just realized I had it. Hold on a second. Coming at you right now from Tel Aviv. This is Tel Aviv, Israel. Hold on. I didn't even know I had this. Hang on a moment. This is in Tel Aviv. Now, I don't know what the damage is here. Oh, Haifa is coming up. We have a video from Haifa coming up of damage. Okay. So this is in Tel Aviv. Haifa is coming up. Sorry, I just... So this is... This is Tel Aviv. I haven't seen the damage at this place yet. Haifa coming up. Now, I don't know the camera. We'll see where it goes. Okay, here's Haifa coming up. Hang on a moment. I'm going to get you the Haifa one. Hang on a moment. This is Haifa coming up. That's Haifa, but I haven't seen anything there. Oh, there's the damage in Haifa. See that right there? You can see that's Haifa right there.
אולי תעשה לי כמה תמונות?
מה יש לעשות תמונות?
אין לך מה?
הבית שלו 105.
מה?
זה לא מקום להצטלם.
לא להצטלם, לצלם.
אין לי מה לרדת, יש גם מצלמה אחת ששייך לבית שלו. יכולה בתוך הבית שלו. מה? כן. מגיעים פה עיתונאים מכל הארץ.
I don't know if people are trapped in there or what.
זהו, אין מה לדבר.
Oh, I think I'm posting, AZ Intel posted a video, I think maybe from this scene in Haifa, possibly. The current...
Okay, you go behind the line, okay? No.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Yes, they told us.
Breaking news. The Israeli Defense Forces say that the Israeli Air Force has begun a series of strikes toward military targets in western Iran. Okay? So, more Israeli strikes being carried out now after these missile launches. Again, the Israel is carrying out more strikes in Iran now. Also, they say that they attacked missile launchers in Iran ready to be launched towards the territory of the State of Israel. They attached soldiers in the Iranian military forces and closed the circle and destroyed launchers that had launched toward the territory of Israel a short time ago.
With him. This is the... Don't show any time. Hello. Which... Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. You need the English person, right?
So again, in case you were wondering if Israel was going to keep attacking, well, look at this. Look at this damage in Haifa. After the U.S. bombed those 3 nuclear sites in Iran, Iran launched about, sounds like 25 or so missiles at Israel. There has been some of them hit with some damage. We're seeing damage in Haifa right now. And after that, Israel announced that it is launching some new military strikes on western Iran.
נמרוד, הבאתי את נמרוד בשביל זה. נמרוד! פה.
Look at that damage right there. Wow. Okay, this is very interesting. Some commentary from Greg Carlstrom of The Economist. Greg says a lot of the Iranian rhetoric in the past few hours is that Fordow wasn't badly damaged and that Fordow doesn't even matter anyway because nuclear material was moved elsewhere. Greg says, we don't know if such claims are true or not, but initial messaging is trying to downplay the strike. Oh, another video of, I guess this is Tel Aviv, but damage from the an overhead video of damage from the one of the missiles hitting, one or more of the missiles hitting. I just posted it in the chat. It says it is in Tel Aviv. It says it's in Tel Aviv. Now we have a video from Tel Aviv, but it's not really showing that much in detail. So we're sticking with this video from Haifa right now. Reportedly, I think there's the latest I heard was 16 casualties, and most of those were light, but that number could very well go up. The latest update was from the MDA, 15 lightly injured, 1 moderately injured. But again, that number could go up as the searching of the different scenes progresses. A quick thank you, by the way, to Mr. Quasimodo, Gene Crane. Mr. Quasimodo says, let's take a moment to play for peace. Gene Crane, Fu Misith, Sulivong, Valerie, Melissa, thank you, Mechanical Dad, Paige Heddes, Yogendra Sharma, Jenny Lassiter, Jordan F. Stop. Thank you. Also, Alice Feigelson, thank you. And Fleazy on Twitch, Vision on Twitch, James A 99530, and Luddington 71 on Twitch. So now what happens? We've had the U.S. bombing those nuclear sites. Huge breaking news. U.S. bombing 3 nuclear sites, including Fordow in Iran. Then Iran launches, roughly 25 missiles we're hearing or so at Israel. Now Israel launching some new strikes at Iran. Is Iran going to keep launching missiles at Israel? I don't know. I don't know where all this is going at all. The Iranian state media claims that the Khyber missile was fired towards Israel for the first time. Khyber. I know nothing about it, but that is what their state media is claiming, that the Khyber missile. I have to look it up. It's an Iranian medium-range ballistic missile unveiled in 2023. Oopsie. Hang on. Maybe they did, I don't know. But that is from Iranian state media. They claim that they fired the Khyber missile for the first time. Hang on, I have too many things open on my desktop. Iranian state media. In latest missile volley, Iran fired the Khyber missile at Israel for the first time. I don't know if that's true. I'm just letting you know. Look at all that damage here. Is this damage? Hold on, look at this other shot. Guys, look at this, look at this, look at this. Is that damage there, or is that just the apartment building? That's in Tel Aviv, guys. Is that, I mean, I don't even know if that's damage or not. Could be the apartment building, could be under construction. I can't tell. I honestly can't tell if it's damage or not. No idea. Now the camera's moving forward. Now this is Tel Aviv. Scaffolding? I don't know. That's Tel Aviv. That's not Haifa. That's Tel Aviv. No, we're checking. Oh, that's damage right there. Oh, that's damage right there. You know, I don't know if this is, maybe they're not letting people in there. In Tel Aviv, there was, I believe it was in Tel Aviv, there was like this long 4-story building that was just devastated from the videos I've seen. And we haven't, I don't know if this is the scene, but maybe they can't get close to it, the camera, I'm not sure. But that certainly looks like damage right there in Tel Aviv. There's a, you can check my X account. I've posted videos on my X account showing a 4-story building, I think in Tel Aviv, where like the whole side of the building has been taken off. But that's some pretty significant damage there. And then that, sorry, that is Haifa. That's Haifa there. And that's Tel Aviv. Haifa there, Tel Aviv I wonder if we could go in there, because I think there might be more damage inside. He might not be able to go in. I'll keep an eye on it. There is Haifa.
מה הולך? דווקא אהבתי את המזרקה הזאת. דווקא אהבתי את המזרקה הזאת.
Oh, look at Tel Aviv. Hold on. Tel Aviv. There's back at Tel Aviv. More damage there. What's this? We're about to get an update. Haifa. Haifa.
So, could you give me first of all your name and position?
The name is Erez Geller. The position is Regional Director, Carmel Region of Magen David Adom.
So can you give a quick update on what happened and what do we know so far?
Yes. What we have over here is a rocket attack on Haifa city. Our ambulances and intensive care unit rushed to the scene. We discovered over here 4 minor wounded and 2 people with anxiety reaction. That's it. Our EMTs and paramedics rushed them to the hospital within 10 minutes. And thank God, that's everything for now. One of my volunteers lives over here in the building behind us. He was minor wounded. He left everything, gave first aid, and only after the event, he went to the hospital to check himself. Other than that, everything is okay. Thank you. Keep safe.
So they said 4 minor wounded in that area in Haifa city. Okay, and then we have here in Tel Aviv, that's some more damage in the Tel Aviv shot right there. Eagle, שם רואים יותר טוב?
יותר טוב.
By the way, thank you to Laura Langford. Also, hey, Jay Wright, that's very kind of you. Sorry. Laura Langford, thank you. Jay Wright, that's extremely kind of you. I really appreciate your support for the channel. Jay Wright, thanks, Jay. And Eric, Rap Music 3000, Tyler Kerr, Chrissy, Mr. Quasimodo, Gene Crane. Fu Smith Suvalong, thank you. Thank you to all of our moderators who are here. Thanks so much to our moderators. You guys are awesome. Just to name a few here. Over on Twitch, Fashion Girl David Green, Mark HNC, Matthew Kohai 3, McRiches, Sarah, Papa Bear, thank you. Thanks, Marie Goodson Hamilton, for subscribing over there on Facebook. Ava Knight, thank you for moderating. Christina Neal, thank you for moderating. Linda Bell, Clary, Misha over on X. Here is the Haifa. Oh, hold on. Let's see what they got. Look at that. That's Tel Aviv there. Damage from Tel Aviv. Spin City DJ says, I can only assume since the U.S. attack, we should probably see a lot more attacks. We'll have to see. I just don't know. I do not know what's going to happen. Hudson Girl 2211, thanks. I'm going to post again this video in the chat of the worst damage I saw, but in Tel Aviv. But I haven't seen a camera close to that building yet. But I just posted a drone video in the chat of it. So, guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the stream up, but I haven't even eaten yet still, because I was going to eat, and right as I was about to eat, the missile started. So literally I have to dump that food out, put more food in the air fryer, and leave the stream going. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take about 5 minutes right now and go do that. In 5 minutes I'll come back and we'll talk while it's cooking, and then I'll eventually go eat, and I'll just keep leaving the stream up. But anyways, thank you to Charles Rogers, by the way. I appreciate it, Charles Rogers. So if you give me a second, I'm going to go. Yeah, the food, I have to just make new food. It's not going to be really edible at this point. So whatever. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But what I need to do is put on the screen that I'm coming back in 5 minutes. All right, so I'm going to leave the video on the screen for you. I'm going to turn the volume up, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Oh, I'm going to take my headphones out for this. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
תיכנס ברחוב פרודו. אני גם באמצע הטירה, אבל מצד שני, ושם לא רואים כלום, ובפנים רואים את הערך. תבוא אליי. אז מהכיכר תלך ישר פנייה ראשונה שמאלה, ועוד פעם פנייה ראשונה שמאלה. כן, כן, כן. אם אתה נמצא לארז אצלך מצד שמאל, אתה הולך ישר.
Oops. Hey guys, actually, sorry, I had my sweater on when I went in the other room. Forgetting what I'm doing. Hey, I just realized when I looked at the food from the air fryer, it seemed okay. So I think I'm going to eat right now. I'm going to leave this video up. I'm just going to eat like I was going to eat before, and that'll take a little bit for me to eat. But if anything big happens, I'll come in. I'll stop eating and come in. So I'll keep an eye on everything. But I'm going to keep these feeds up, and I may switch the camera or whatever. But I'm going to eat, and when I'm done, I'll come back and we'll resume the stream. Okay? So it seems like the food might be okay. So we'll go from there. All right. So I'm going to say Steve is eating. He'll be back after. Because I do need to eat. And I have a couple different cameras here, so I may switch the camera depending on what happens. All right, thanks for your patience. I'm going to eat right now, and I'll be back shortly.
שומעים אותי איציק? אתם רוצים לראות מהזווית הזו גם? כמובן, תודה. מזל טוב גם לכם.
מיד שלחתי לך, זה קבצים, כשהייתי במקלט, אנשים ירדו, הם בצחד, הם בצחד, שזה כבר מאוחר. תדחפי משהו, תדחפי כמה שעות. תודה, ביי.
איך נובן במצב כזה, זה כאילו פה, כן, לגמרי. כן, משהו, כן, לגמרי. או גם יודעת, איך שמתחילות הנפות לחפור להם, שהוא חייב לחפור להם. כן, אבל אם הוא היה משעליו, שידאג שהחליפו אותו, גם אם אתה שידאג שיהיה בסדר. שלחו לי, לא תגידי שאמרו לי סיפורים. שלחו לי נקודה. בפנטל בפלורנטין. כי המטומטים שלחה לי, לא, אבל היא לא, יש לי קצת יותר טוב.
יש לי פה תמונה.
יודעים כוחות.
היה שם אמבולנס?
זה לא היה רחוקים.
אני רואה פה אנשים שם בבית קפה, אחי, זה סבבה, אתה יודע, כל הכבדים עם תקשיבו, יש לי טוב.
אבל לא הספקתי לעלות למים, ראיתי שלא מסכים.
גם הבנתי הכל. גם יש שם
שמשוך את זה.
מה יחד דיווח? כן, אחרי
זה גם מצב.
לא, היינו צריכים לשם בסוף
די, אני אזכר לך את השיחה.
תביא את זה.
לא, לא יכולה, אני
אז על הראש. לא, ככה אין דבר.
לא יכולה, די.
כן?
20 שניות השידור.
אני עושה כתף. אני עושה כתף.
לעינון, לעינון.
תכף אחר, תקשיב, יש דיווח רוצה זה? רוצה סליק?
לא, מראיין מישהו מהיחוד הצלה בדיוק בצד השני.
אני פשוט בתוך הדרך מגיע לדלת.
יאללה, תשתתף אותנו? יאללה.
לא להכניס, זה נגד אני אתן לך אותה את הליכוד.
לא, לא בכל יתרונות, אני ברחוב אחר. רגע. לא, בסדר, אוקיי, הבנתי. תשים לי לפרם פשוט צלמים. בסדר. אני בלייב, למה לא?
לא כזה שבוע את הזה?
אתה מוריד אותי?
אתה רואה את המבטת שלי? כן. יש לי ילדה מעוברת בבית.
חבר'ה, קובי. כן.
תודה. זה כתב לנו. אומרים תביאו.
רגע, אני אסתדר. בסדר. ביי.
אתם יכולים גם לבוא אליי אם אתם רוצים.
חברים, תקראו את המספר בבקשה.
אני מדבר
כמה זה? כמה זה? הרב 17 של עבודה תחת סוד בעירה, תחת הבניין הערוץ. ויחד עם זה, מצלמות של איחוד הצלה עם הסופן, ראינו ששני אנשים בקומה החמישית בבניין של כמה שעשו עליהם שוכבים ומחכים לעזרה, ואנחנו קבוצות של איחוד הצלה מתחבטים ביחד עם פיקוד העורף, ולכן אנחנו נראים את הדירה ישר לראות ולקבל ישר את הפצועים. כמו שאתם מבינים, הערב פה הוא גדול. כרגע פיקוד העורף מתמקד בבניין שפגע פגיעה ישירה, וקבוצות שלנו עומדים צמוד אליהם בשביל אפשר לקבל את הילדה, ילדה בת 14 שנמצאת מתחת למצוא, אנחנו יכולים למצוא אותה ודברים לשלמים.
מדברים פה על כרגע הממשלה שלמה, מכל זה
האירוע כרגע בזירה הזאת, הרקיעו את כל שעות של איחוד הצלה עבור קומה וחתימת קומה יחד עם פיקוד העורף, ושינינו החוצה את האנשים המדברים של איחוד הצלה. שיתוף הפעולה עובד מקסים ומצוין, כרגע מתמקדים פה כוחות גדולים מאוד של איחוד הצלה ופיקוד העורף וכוחות ההצלה, פשוט להוציא החוצה לדעת מי נמצא בשביל להגיע להרים את ההריסות הגדולות של הבניין בשביל להוציא החוצה.
תודה רבה. זה הדרמה שקורית פה כרגע, בעצם יש התכנסות של כוחות, כמו שאתם רואים מאחוריי, בדרך כלל יש לי כוחות. זירה, אבל פה גילוש הכוחות, ואנחנו יכולים לראות את התנהגות של הכוחות, אנחנו רואים עוד אנשים, אנחנו רואים כלים הגשיים שמגיעים מהצד השני של הלכות, ולכן... נפל. מה למה נפל? מה זה?
לא, 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 לא.
בכיתה השמאלה. זה פשוט? זה לא הכי יפה. זה הכי יפה, לא? מה? זה הכי יפה, לא? זה ציונה היה. זה ציונה גם היה כזה. עוד דירה, אתה למעלה? אתה למעלה? זה? חבר.
זהו.
וואי וואי. זה כאלה? נראה לי
לא, לא אפשרי, לא, היא גם חנה בצד השני. לא, אני גם חניתי שם. הנה, ישראל שמה. למעלה של שם. זהו, לא חזקות.
חברים.
לא, אתה רוצה את ה...
ברגע שהוא מוכן לפתוח, אם אתה מתקרב את העין, אז זה נצבח. הנה, עכשיו זה נצבח.
אתם יכולים לשפר לשם?
שם. לא רואים
כאילו איפה שהם עומדים.
לא רואים אני טוב, תודה.
מי אמר פלורנטינה?
לא אמרו לי פרנקל שכתבו פרנקל סבר. צוות פרנקל זה כותב זה לא,
גם הצוות של כאן עשה לשם, עם האמבולנס.
יש?
איזה מקום? ראיתי את רון
כי זה רחוב פרנקל ושדרות פרנקל.
זה קשור, אבל אם אני כותב פרנקל,
אגב,
זה קשור.
אני גרה שני רחובות מכאן ברחוב נוער, ויש גם רחוב נון ח' בדרום העיר. אז גם אצלי תמיד יש את האלה שנון ח', מה זה נון ח'?
בדרך כלל זה שדרות ורחוב זה שונה.
אבל אתה לא כותב, אני כן כותב. אף אחד לא אמר לי גם.
אתה בודק.
אני יכול לעבוד על אווירה שחור. רדלוק שלך חזק.
הוא אמר לו שהזירה נקייה, אבל שלא רוצים לשתף אותם.
רק בית. עניין ישן מאוד, המקלטים. אילי.
לדעתי הזירות הראשונות לדעתי לשם הם גם כיוונו כשהם יראו לעשרות אנשים מבוגרים חוצה שיתוף פעולה עם זה זה יש לו פיקוד העורף יותר אנחנו נותנים לו החוצה פצועים מבוגרים כמו כן בגרפיה כמו שאתם רואים כל מי שהיה בממ"ד או במקלט בבניינים מאחורה אנשים לגמרי אז יודע שאחד האמצעים ירד חשד שהיינו פה ילדה בת 14 סיכוי לראות חשד, לא פשוט הקעמתו אחד המשחקים. תודה רבה. לילה טוב. נומי.
זהו, מה יש לנו הכל?
מה כאילו בגדול?
אוקיי.
הם גם הגיעו לתלת.
מצילה את המוח, שאתה רואה? על הבניין הזה.
זה כאילו,
בית אבות נמצא מאחור. כן, וזה בית אבות משכן. אין שיפורים, אבל שיפורים זה היה הדירה שלנו. כאן, כמובן, אנחנו אחד וכולנו פה למטה. פה ממול יש שורה של מבנים ושל
זה הפגיעה.
זאת הפגיעה המרכזית, כל הרדיוס של כולם.
זה כאילו פגיעה ישירה. את לא עומדת במצב. בדיוק ביטלו את כל הטיסות. סתם כנס מצומצם של משרד החוץ.
תן לי,
רגע, מה בוא ניקח אותו רגע. אני רוצה לקחת שלחו כל הצלמים הזה
מה? אורן. אחרים תפסו
לא?
חברים, צריך לפנות פה. חברים יקרים, בבקשה מכם, צריך לפנות פה, מגיעים לפה כלים כבדים וזה מפריע. בבקשה מכם, זה הופך להיות ציר פינוי.
2 דקות אנחנו נעלמים.
בסדר, תתארגנו לתזוזה בבקשה.
חבר'ה, תקשורת גם כן, אנחנו...
תן לנו, בחור. תן לנו דקה. בוא, הנה, בוא. אורן.
יהיה לכם שם מקום לעשות בדיוק.
לא, שם בלגן.
בוא לא נשפר.
כן, סמוך.
אבא שלי יותר בטרור.
אורן! הנה, בוא, תעמוד פה בבקשה. רוצה פה?
לא, אנחנו מפנים מפה.
תן לנו. הוא הזכיר לנו, תן לנו.
10 שניות זה בערך. כן.
טוב, תבוא לצד.
מי מראיין מישהו?
כן, אנחנו נשאל אותך. יותר נמוך. Okay. Sir, can you please tell us what's happening here tonight, this morning?
So, as any time we had siren in the morning, as usual, we're going to the miklat, in the next building because we don't have mamad, and we have a very big luck because all our house destroyed, nothing left. And nobody got injured, our family is okay, all the neighbors okay, and that's it. The only thing that I can say is that people need to go to the mamad and to the miklat because it's life-changing, for sure.
What happened to your house, if you may say?
Destroyed. Everything, nothing left, as you can see behind me, over there. That's it.
What is your full name and how do you spell it in English?
My name is Aviad Chernichovsky. A-V-I-A-D-C-H-E-R-N-I-C-H-O-V-S-K-Y.
What your profession?
אני בן
40-year-old.
מה המקצוע?
תודה רבה.
זהו, חברים, השרים, עד צמחי היהודים. עד שדה הרחוב בבקשה, לא ניכנס לרחוב, תודה. עוד מעט, נפרד להם, רוצים לפנות, לראות מה סכנת הריסה, עוד מעט, אתם תקבלו בדעה ראשונה. אל תדאגו, תראו פה על צמחי היהודים.
חברים, בואו לאט לאט, אבל תפנו.
לא, באמת, רגע, שאני
אלוני, נתנו לה לעלות.
אני בכלל, בוא קח את זה מהרצפה. בוא קח את זה כמה. את זה.
יופי. עכשיו...
אני מחפש.
האדם הזה עכשיו עם הבלוגר. בוא לשם, בוא לשם.
זה מהירון?
שעשו עם קורא. אנחנו רוצים את האנשים הרגילים, לא את האנשים היותר. איפה הססל?
אנחנו רוצים את הציר הזה שיהיה פנוי גם כן. תגיד לי. עכשיו אנחנו מפנים לזה, אבל אתה לא תצטרך לצורך להמקומות.
אולי לספייסים מול אחי, מכאן לא לעבור. לא לעבור אותו. תמיד יש לכם תפריע. עצום את לא רק תפריע. אין תפריע.
כדאי לה. קרה משהו בשטח, אז קוראים את זה אוטומטי. הרעיון זה תמיד בא מהמתנה. אני עשיתי מה שאפשר כדי לקרות
casas, 12 prédios totalmente atingidos, são escombros, uma situação de muita dificuldade. E se a gente caminhar nessa direção, nessa imagem, não vai dar para aproveitar absolutamente nada. E esse é o cenário do ataque que existiu ao anúncio americano de ter se atacado 13 importantes instalações nucleares iranianas. Essa é a retaliação de Israel. Pelo menos 13 casas, 12 construções duramente atingidas. Nós começamos agora há pouco com 40 até agora. Nós andamos como ficavam os carros, como esses carros, esse ataque
זהו, בגלל זה אז זה 4 תחומים כמתארים.
לראות מה קורה לפעמים של בית החוק. אלה כמה זה מי? יש לכם את הצילומים שלכם פה? כי אני רוצה להזיז אתכם לכאן בבקשה.
כרגע עוד כמה דקות ניתן להם את התמונות בתקשורת בינלאומית גם לכל אדם.
אם אתה יודע אחד שנותן לדבר למי
אני יודע לדבר בזה. כן, כל המסך. אני אגיד ליסטים. לא, לא, בוא קרה. נראה לי כל העולם שסובב. עכשיו, זה לא סתם, לכן שמדים שמדים. זה להרחיון. לוקים. מה לוקים? לוקים אבל אתה לא רוצה לעשות.
Kobe! Kobe!
זה לא היא,
לא, זה בשבילכם, אתם מעלים את זה, זה בשבילכם. צעד אחד אחורה, זה הכל. לא, אין בעיה, אבל כשמעלים את זה, אז הוא נכנס לכם בעד
Thanks everybody for your patience. I had a video I wanted to show you. Excuse me. I was going to show you a video of damage from Tel Aviv. If I can find it here. Yes. So it looks like several missiles hit Israel in this barrage by Iran after the U.S. bombed Iran. But I just saw a report right now from Manny Fabian. There was a missile, there was damage in Haifa we were showing before. Actually, I can probably show you right now. This damage right here from Haifa. Right here. That's Haifa right there. I believe that's Haifa. I believe it's still Haifa, right? So this Haifa damage actually looks like it was caused by an Israeli interceptor. Manny Fabian of Times of Israel said that the IDF Homefront Command suspects an Israeli air defense interceptor malfunctioned and crashed in Haifa amid Iran's ballistic missile attack, which was the reason for sirens not sounding in the city. During the attack, an air defense interceptor likely misfired and impacted in Haifa. According to a preliminary Homefront Command investigation, the impact wounded 3 people who medics say are in good condition and caused damage. I believe that's from this. At least 27 missiles were launched in the attack in 2 salvos. 1 missile hit a residential area of Tel Aviv, which we were looking at before, and I'm going to show you video of in a second, wounding 13 people lightly. Another hit homes in Nes Siona, which is what we've been looking at here. Oops, what we've been looking at here. That's Nes Siona. That's not Haifa, that's Nes Siona. And wounding 6 slightly. Multiple homes damaged, that you can see there. They really get, I mean, we've seen this with Israel a lot. When they have these, rocket or missile attacks, they try to get out there and clean things up very quickly. But I have a video of the Tel Aviv aftermath that I want to show you from a rocket there, from a missile there, which was pretty bad. But I guess Tel Aviv, 13 people lightly wounded. So let me try to pull that up for you guys.
The United States.
Hang on. Oh, I'm downloading the video now, the Tel Aviv video. Hold on. Again, this video is in Nes Ziona. But I'm going to show you a video from Tel Aviv right now. Nes Ziona is south of Tel Aviv. Nes Ziona is about it's about maybe 10 miles, not even, maybe like 8 miles south of Tel Aviv. Okay, so now what I want to show you is this Tel Aviv video of the damage there that I got. Here's the video. I know it downloaded. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me get rid of this sound here. Now I'm going to get this on the screen. All right, this is a Tel Aviv video coming up It's via AFP. And let's look at this. Look at this. Look at this damage from Tel Aviv. This was the Tel Aviv one. Look at this damage. This is the worst I saw of any of them. Look at this. Again, this is earlier. This is a replay. This is not live, and it's from Tel Aviv. We saw that side before. I'll replay that first part again. So again, this is all.
הוא יודע. מי שעומד פה הוא האחרון שיכול להגיד אותם. החשובים נמצאים לפני.
אבל לא יכולים... מתכלס. אתה יודע, אני שואלת מי שאני יכולה. איך אפשר? אנחנו שלנו יצאנו, כל הבניין.
Let me just skip ahead. Right here, yeah. So, yeah, it's just on a loop. So I'm going to play this first part again, but clearly, very. I mean, this whole building, like the side was taken off, and this was a missile hit in Tel Aviv. I don't believe anyone. I didn't hear about anybody being killed there. So maybe people all got to their safe places and they were okay, but obviously. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how many roofs are damaged. All right. Sorry. It is, right now, the time is, oh, let me just see, what is this video now? What's happening on this other video? Hold on. Ben's talking. Can we hear what he's saying? Is it in English or not? No, I don't know. Hold on, let me see if he was speaking, he might have been speaking English. Let me see, I'll check. Yes. This is, we have some live. This says live, but I just rewound it like 30 seconds so we could hear this interview with this guy. Okay, so let's play the interview with the guy here. Might be a little hard to hear him. Ness Ziona.
I'm deputy of mayor of Ness Ziona. You can see the missile is bombing in this house. 7 wounded. And we must all the people to get care. Seven wounded. We have 7 wounded. Not little bit.
So that was the deputy mayor, and he said there were 7 wounded from that missile hit. Anyways, then where is this other video from? No. I do not know if we're going to continue to see more Iranian missile attacks on Israel. We'll see how there's been no there's been no Iranian response to the U.S. yet, and we'll have to see what happens with that as well. How is Iran going to respond to the U.S. bombing its three? I mean, three of its most prominent nuclear facilities, and I believe Natanz and Fordow were the two where they enriched uranium, and Fordow was the most important. So, but those are all three key nuclear facilities, and there's supposed to be a press conference. I don't know if I'll be awake for it. There's a press conference at 8 a.m., although I don't know about that, at the Pentagon. Then at 5 a.m., I think maybe at 5 a.m., the foreign minister of Iran might be speaking at 5 a.m. We'll just have to see. We've been on the air for about how long now? Probably about 13 and a half hours. So we'll power forward and see what happens for a bit. But I do want to, hey, let me thank a couple people. Then we'll get you some more updates. Faisal Asif Sheikh, thank you. Goran Elder, thank you. Pudwa, switch the channel. Hold on a second. Switch the channel is getting timed out because they can't behave themselves. So that's what happens. Ale Jose. Paul Booch. Brian Beelman. Thanks so much, Brian Beelman. Rise Klur. RDG3D. Switch. Mr. Quasimodo. Hellenic Boy, Tom Scott, Hudson Girl, Spin City DJs, thank you. And also, sorry. Juts on Twitch, Ticklefits, Ed Connick, Big Dog Gaming, Admantium 8, and Tirani. Sorry, let me just check for updates here. Saudi Arabia released a statement. Saudi Arabia Foreign Ministry says the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is following with deep concern the developments in the Islamic Republic of Iran, particularly the targeting of Iranian nuclear facilities by the United States of America. The Kingdom reaffirms the contents of its statement issued on June 13th, in which it condemned and denounced the violation of the sovereignty of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Kingdom underscores the need to exert all possible efforts to exercise restraint, de-escalate tensions, and avoid further escalation. The Kingdom also calls on the international community to intensify its efforts during this highly sensitive period to reach a political solution that would bring an end to the crisis and open a new chapter for achieving security and stability in the region. It certainly isn't that negative a statement towards the U.S., I'll say that. Night Fingers says concerned but not alarmed. It's pretty soft in terms of criticizing the U.S. So I didn't know how they'd be. No, Saudi Arabia and Iran are traditionally considered, oh, look at that, traditionally considered enemies. But I thought that their June 13th statement was more harsh. I'm trying to find it here, was more harsh than that. Yeah, this is the statement from June 13th, when Israel attacked. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia expresses a strong condemnation. When Israel attacked Saudi Arabia initially, when Israel attacked Iran initially, Saudi Arabia expressed strong condemnation and denunciation of the blatant Israeli aggressions against the brotherly Islamic Republic of Iran, which undermine its sovereignty and security and constitute a clear violation of international laws and norms. While the kingdom condemns these heinous attacks, it affirms that the international community and the Security Council bear a great responsibility to immediately halt this aggression. That's a lot more harsh than the one again for the statement about the U.S. today. Following with deep concern, and then there's hardly anything else really negative in there. Sane says, I think they want to be seen as neutral. Maybe they consider themselves on better terms. Well, no, it's weird. It's like, I don't know if they feel that they need to speak out more negatively against Israel than against the U.S. I don't know. Or they don't want to. R777 thinks they're scared of the U.S. But I mean, it's quite a difference. Hold on. Wow, one of our viewers says, looks like an F5 tornado went through there. Look at all the cars damaged and multiple houses damaged. Both here in Nes Ziona and in Tel Aviv where missiles hit. I don't know if they're using the same kind of missiles, but a lot of damage from each of those missile hits. Excuse me. Gringo says there are new massive missiles. Well, Iran claimed that they launched the Khyber missiles for the first time in this volley. I don't know that that's true for a fact, and I don't know that this one was a Khyber missile or whatever it was. I just don't know. So that remains to be seen. Stevie O thinks the U.S. can expect a terror attack. That's what our viewer Stevie O thinks. I'm guessing eventually we'll definitely have satellite footage, but I'm guessing eventually we might have video footage of the U.S. airstrikes. You know, I saw this report, and I don't know that it's true, but it's interesting. Amit Siegel, who was with N12 News Israel, he says, according to him, Israeli officials believe enriched uranium was present in the facility at Isfahan when it was attacked by the U.S. overnight. He says, it is unclear whether it was destroyed or merely buried under the rubble. Now, I don't know if that's true. The enriched uranium, well, and I don't know which Israel. Iran has had a bunch of enriched uranium. Some of it was enriched quite high, and some of it was enriched less high. So I don't know if there was enriched uranium at that facility, Isfahan. If it was the highest grade enrichment or not uranium. But there is this question of where is the 60% enriched uranium that Iran, in theory, could use. It would not be hard, relatively speaking, supposedly, to convert that into weapons-grade uranium, 90%, which would be enough for numerous bombs. So that is right. Now, Gen X Marching says they have no delivery. To make a bomb, you don't just need enriched uranium. You need other stuff, too, other technologies. But that is an important question, is where's the enriched uranium? I also saw an interesting post from Joe Truzman, who's an expert on the Middle East I follow, Joe, Truzman. And Joe said that it's possible that the U.S. would hit some of these targets again. If it turned out that, for example, Fordow wasn't as destroyed as they wanted it to be, perhaps the U.S. would, look at this, perhaps the U.S. would hit Fordow again. So David Gray says this is crazy damage. Yeah, this and Tel Aviv both had a missile hit and both had a lot of damage. Hey, thanks Darren Day. Thanks for the gift memberships. Thanks also to Urban Moving Systems. No Israelis reported killed in the missile hits. Number of injuries. Maybe I can find the latest post from the MDA. That would be good. MDA said, so the last report they gave, now this was like an hour and a half ago, they said 16 injured people taken to the hospital, including 1 in moderate condition and 15 in light condition. What did Manny Fabian say about the injuries? He's with Times of Israel. He said, at this scene, well, we already heard there's 7 injured at this scene. And then in Tel Aviv, 13 lightly injured. And then I think it was 3 injured from the reported malfunctioning air defense interceptor that hit Haifa. Thanks, Snolly007. Thanks, Snolly. Yeah, a viewer sent me this. First of all, as I said earlier, when I hear threats from Yemen or Iran, they make lots of threats. So I'm not going to take everything Yemen and Iran says at face value. Now, I saw this. One of the viewers mentioned this, and I had seen this before. I'm not familiar with this account. Bradley Moore sent it. Thanks, Bradley. There's an account called Yemen Military, which says Yemen will officially enter the war. But I don't even know if that's a real account. I don't remember following an account that said Yemen Military, although maybe it's real. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if Yemen does some stuff in support of Iran. But we'll have to see exactly what they do. If the Houthis in Yemen, I mean. The Houthis specifically are the ones who are supported by Iran. Reuters says British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said Iran's nuclear program Is this on a? Is this after or before? Hold on, I'll check. Yes, Keir Starmer said about an hour ago, Iran's nuclear program is he's a UK Prime Minister. He said Iran's nuclear program is a grave threat to international security. Iran can never be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon, and the US has taken action to alleviate the threat. He says the situation in the Middle East remains volatile and stability in the region is a priority. We call on Iran to return to the negotiating table and reach a diplomatic solution to end this crisis. I will say it's interesting, he didn't go out of his way to praise the U.S., but he didn't go out of his way to criticize the U.S., and it seems like the one he's blaming is Iran by saying if their nuclear program is a grave threat, we call on them to return to the negotiating table. But it is interesting that he certainly doesn't go out of his way to praise the U.S. Sane said Japan gave a very neutral statement. I didn't see that yet. Oh, the Cuban president was critical of the U.S. President Bermudez, he said, hold on, I'll show you here. He said, we strongly condemn the U.S. bombing of Iran's nuclear facilities, which constitutes a dangerous escalation of the conflict in the Middle East. Aggression seriously violates the UN Charter and international law and plunges humanity into a crisis with irreversible consequences. That's from the Cuban president. No, we haven't. Sorry, hold on. We haven't heard. We haven't heard from the supreme leader of Iran. That's true. Oh, thanks to Thomas Pedersen. Thank you, Thomas, for all your support from Sweden. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas Pedersen. I don't know how late I'm going to go, guys. I'm starting to get a bit tired here. We've been on about, I think, about 14 hours. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll be doing more coverage of this story, but I almost think it isn't the worst time to take a break, because I'm not hearing a bunch of updates right this second, and I'm tired. Now, there's this press conference at 8 a.m., which I obviously am very interested in, but I honestly don't know if I'll be awake for it. That's the Pentagon press conference, which is going to be interesting. However, if nothing else, and I'm not awake for it, I can replay it when we come on the air next time. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to specifically do that, because I'd probably have to sleep after. But 8 a.m. is in, it's like in 4.5 hours. I just am tired, so, you know, and there's going to be more to cover here. I'd love to just stay on nonstop, but I think it might be the time. But look, there's going to be more to cover. I don't know where this is all going. We'll have to see if Iran responds to the U.S. And I don't even know, will Iran agree to U.S. and Israeli demands, like not enriching uranium? So we don't know what's coming next. We don't know what's coming next. But I think sleeping now would be fine. Again, we just don't know. But I really appreciate everybody joining the stream. I did not know when we started streaming yesterday that this was going to happen. It just all of a sudden happened. There's all this interesting stuff to talk about with that too, but I can't do it right now. Anyways, subscribe and follow the channel if you want. We'll have more coverage, and who knows, there might be big stories about other things that we cover. But we'll be doing more coverage of this, and turn on the notifications for the channel. They're free, and we set up a notification system so you get a notification every time we go live. You just it's easy to sign up. You sign up once, and then you get told every time, because I don't know in advance when we're coming on pretty much ever. Once in a while, but usually I don't. Depends on when the news happens. But if you want to sign up for the notifications, the link, well, we'll put the link in the chat for you right now. The mods will put the link there. But also it's in the description on this video on YouTube and Facebook. So it should post in a second in the chat. I will post updates on my X account. Oh, I didn't even pin it. In the previous stream, I had my X account pinned. I have a bunch. I posted a bunch of photos and videos updates from the stream that I don't have the rights to show on air, but I reposted it on my X account. So I'm going to post a link to my X account now, so you can catch up by going to my X account. But also, that's where I post breaking news when I'm not on the air. It's at Lookner on X. And I just posted a link in the chat. So if you go there, there's a bunch of stuff I've posted from during the stream. And when I'm off the air, if I see news, that's where I post. So follow me there if you want, at Lookner on X. Did the notifications link ever post there in the chat? I don't know if it did. Hold on, let me try something else here. I am doing my best. One of the viewers said they were here all 14 hours. I do appreciate you watching. The Sugaro, thank you. Yeah, the chat and notification server link is down there. But I really do appreciate everybody tuning in, and also thanks. People have been sending me updates, and I really appreciate that, and messages, and letting me read your comments on the air, and thanks for participating in the chat. So thanks for helping out and participating in the broadcast and just in watching the broadcast. What was I going to say? Let's shout out our moderators. I mean, they've been incredible. We've had moderators out in the night. We might be temporarily modless on one or more of the platforms right now, which is understandable because we've been on for 14 hours. So that's understandable when that happens. But pretty much always there. So let me shout out some of the ones here now. Well, all the ones here now. I Got That Fire, Matthew Coe, High 3, McBritches, and Sarah on Twitch, and all of our other Twitch moderators who've been there, all of our YouTube moderators who were there, like Roberts May Queen and Ruth Grafasi and Sabrina and all the others. Paul Anderson over there on Facebook. Thank you, Paul. Christina Neal, Charlotte Webb, Margaret Riley, Linda Belk, Larry, Misha on X. So huge shout out to all of our moderators. They're the best. They're awesome. And I really appreciate them being here. And oh, Danny James is over there. Hey, Danny. Danny's in the YouTube chat, modding over there. Thanks, Danny. But they're awesome. Thanks to everybody who donated to the channel. Can't thank you enough for your support of the channel. That is what allows the channel to exist. That's what allows me to buy news footage. So I really appreciate all the support. I'm guessing I might have missed people. I tried my best to thank people, but it was so busy for a lot of the stream that I'm sure there were people I skipped over, and I totally apologize if I didn't name somebody. Couple of thanks on Twitch I don't think I did. Mr. Snapadoo, Logicide, Juts. I think I got the rest over there. But thank you so much, because that's what allows the channel to exist. Oh, Madamus11, thank you. KDP, Jason D in Colorado. Thanks, Madamus. Watch Superman, Interstate Chef. Yeah, Interstate Chef, I believe this was just one missile. And I believe in Tel Aviv it was just one missile. And again, I don't know if they're using more powerful missiles now than they were before. I just don't know. But both of the sites with missile hits had a lot of damage. Tori E, thank you. Snolly007, Uncle Lester Cam, everybody else. Crotalus Unicolor. I don't know if I thanked Crotalus. And Goron Elder, thank you. But, so thank you. If you ever want to donate, you can go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. But again, thanks for letting the channel exist and supporting the channel. Also, we do have a chat. You can chat with other viewers when we're not live. It's free. It's on Discord. It's the same link as the notifications link. So if you've never checked it out, check out our Discord chat. A lot of our viewers like doing that. Thanks so much to our Discord mods, too, by the way, for all you do on Discord. Also, another good way to find out when we're live, if you are on X, follow us on X at Agenda Free TV. I always post there at Agenda Free TV when we're going live. I post updates about the channel there. So follow over there if you'd like. And for those on YouTube, I would suggest turning on the YouTube notifications. It's a little strange how to do that. But if you are on YouTube, what you can do is you can, if you want to turn on the notifications, you subscribe to the channel and then you click the notifications bell and you choose all notifications. So again, subscribe, click the bell, choose all notifications. That's YouTube. Oh, thanks to Ray Marcath. Thank you. I hope for the region, not just the region, I would say everywhere, that this can settle down soon. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I live in the U.S. There could be stuff happening here. I have no idea. I don't know where this is all going to go. We'll be doing more coverage, though. Hey, thanks over there on Facebook to our subscribers over there, like Lou Knight. Nicholas Hansen asked about pictures of damage from Iran. I haven't really seen anything. There was a video that Michael Horowitz posted that I saw that was supposedly about like 10 miles away from Isfahan. You couldn't really see much. I think it was Isfahan. I do expect in the coming hours satellite footage and maybe, you know, the Pentagon release footage of the attacks. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't have any of that right now. Thanks to Lou Knight and for being for subscribing to the channel. Robert Rial II, Sharon Klassen Goslin. Oh, thanks to Anders Goranson. Thank you, Anders, for subscribing. And for the stars. Anders Goranson. And Sharon Klassen Goslin for being a subscriber over there. And all of our other subscribers on Facebook. Ralph Stallworth. Oh, Ralph said anxiety reaction. For those who don't know, the English translation of it uses like anxiety injuries. When rockets or missiles fall in Israel, sometimes they have to treat people for mental conditions like being super stressed, stress reactions, or I'm trying to figure out different ways of describing it, but are people in shock. So sometimes people are in a state which they treat, but it's not a physical injury. So the general term they use for that in English is anxiety reactions, which might sound weird in English, but that's the translation of it. Thanks also to our Twitch subscribers, like Sarah and Jack's Animals, Wall Street and Shaggy. Thanks for supporting the channel by subscribing over there. Mr. Snapadoo, Juts, Annie Cush, Ascertainment, the Sugaro. Thanks for being here. 14 hours for the Sugaro. Noodle Soup. Thank you. All of our other Twitch subscribers. It was really sudden when we were not expecting it all. I don't know that anybody was expecting. We were doing coverage of the situation, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Trump just posted that this was over, that the attack finished. Hey, I will say, a bunch of us had been talking about this days ago, saying, would he just do it? Would you not hear about it till after? Would he not announce it until after? Which ends up being what happened. Thanks to our YouTube members. Like I Need Some Scoma, Fish Tacos, Crypto King, GG, Megatron, thank you. Turned Off, 2K Red Eyes, AJ Krause, Kellen, Marty 2003, Dr. McRib, Brooke, Grammy Sammy, Ethereal Planet, Rotin Lova, Chell Caballero, Braveheart, Kamino, Kellen, Empath Nurse, Enigmatic MF, Rotan Lova, Krilly Manili, Zure, thank you. Oh, thanks, Evil Con Carne, who says, where did all the nothing ever happens people go? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, too. Thank you, Evil Con Carne. Gene Romaine, Jen's Crunchy Vax, Ethereal Planet, Crypto King. Thanks to all of our members. All right, I'm going to do a last check here. If some kind of huge thing happens, I can always do another stream. Nothing's stopping me from doing another stream. But otherwise, I'm going to sleep. And I do apologize in advance if I don't... there is an interesting thing that I wanted to mention, and I'll post a link to it. So a lot of it seems like maybe what happened with the B2s is it seems like maybe some were sent in the opposite direction as a decoy, because all these reports were coming out today, including from major news outlets, that the B2s were going to Guam, so that they left Missouri and they went west over to the Pacific. But it seems like maybe the U.S. like sent up, like they somehow did a deception move where they sent B-2s up possibly that weren't the actual B-2s and sent them the wrong direction. But there was like one guy who posted over like yesterday that he saw B-2s in Missouri. And it sounds now like he actually saw these B-2s. I'll actually post the post in the chat. I reposted it on my X account. But the guy's name is David Shayani. And he said, I counted 9 B-2s over my house, Warsaw, Missouri, heading due east. And he posted it. And like, it seems like maybe he really did see the B-2s that actually went to Iran. Again, I just posted in the chat. I'll post it again. But you can look at my X account, or you can look at it in the chat, and you'll see Evan Hill says, I think Evan's with the New York Times. He said it seems like, or he's with the Washington Post. He seems like this guy in his backyard in Missouri maybe saw the real mission heading east. Which is kind of crazy. Hold on. All right, I think it's our time. I think it's our time. I think it is. I apologize for any news we miss while I'm off the air. Again, I am fully aware that, what is this here? I am fully aware that there's this 8 a.m. press conference, Pentagon. But I don't know that I'll cover it live. We'll just have to see. Oh, something that Faytux News just mentioned that it's worth mentioning before we get off the air. Tasnim News, which is Iranian state media, said, pulling it up here so I can see it myself. Tasnim News, which, oh, what is he saying? Hold on.
Dès que nous avons entendu qu'il y a un événement ici, on peut bien sûr ne pas dire le nom de l'endroit où on est.
Oh, sorry, I'm not going to worry about that. Not going to worry about that right now.
L'unité de sauvetage.
But Tasnim said that, where is it here? Tasnim News, Iranian state media, said there is an extraordinary meeting of the Parliament's Security Committee on responding to the U.S. regime, and they said they will be discussing a counter-response to the U.S. regime's hostile action, and a final decision will be made on how to respond. Is that true? I don't know about that. And it says that Iran in the meeting, the Parliament Security Committee will consider withdrawing from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and closing the Strait of Hormuz. So those are 2 actions they could take. I don't know if they'll really decide it in that meeting, but anyways, it's interesting that they bring it up. We'll have to see what happens. Thanks to Tracy for your support. I appreciate it, Tracy. All right. Guys, I would love to stay up longer, but at this point, Pakistan posted saying they condemn the U.S. attacks on Iranian nuclear facilities which followed the series of attacks by Israel. We are gravely concerned at the possible further escalation. These attacks violate all norms of international law and that Iran has the legitimate right to defend itself under the UN Charter. And they have some more in that statement, but that's their post. I'll repost their post. Hold on. All right, I got to get off. I got to get off the air. So there's plenty more to cover on this. We will be doing more coverage. If I don't cover the Pentagon press conference, we'll watch it when I get back on the air. Okay, so if you're expecting to see me at 8 a.m. for the Pentagon press conference and you don't, that's why. All right. So we'll see what happens. I have not seen statements from Russia and China yet. Anyways, I really, really do appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks to a couple more thank yous. Hi in July. Chaz Martin, thanks for watching, being members. Nick22 rocks. Adam J. Galaxy. Thank you. No footage on of the bombings by the U.S. yet. I'm guessing we might at some point having it. Thanks, Distant Galaxy Distant Galaxy 13 on Twitch. It's our time. It's our time right now. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get some sleep. That's what's got to happen next. Nancy D. Schneider, thanks for. Martin Svoboda over there on Twitch, on Facebook, I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. All right, so that is it right now. Again, I really appreciate you joining us for our coverage. More coverage soon on Iran and Israel and the U.S. now. And thanks again so much for our mods. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon when we're live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.